What's going on, guys? Welcome back again. Alright, got something to show you that was kind of unexpected for me. So you guys know, big advocate of having a good pack, a good ruck, and having multiple different ones for different uses and purposes. You should be carrying the majority of your gear and equipment in your pack. Keep your fighting gear for fighting. Simple as that. So, I have a new pack here that I want to show y'all, and I just get right into it. This is the Crossfire DG3. Now, I'll tell you up front, Crossfire was nice enough to send this to me to try out and show you guys, so I really appreciate that. I'm not like some of the big channels that companies are tripping over themselves to send stuff to, and you guys know that's not traditionally what I've been about anyway. I just like to show y'all stuff that I find myself that works. It is what it is. I'm not a good salesman. That said, I want to show you guys this and get into the features and description of it and give you some thoughts. So right up front, it is a 55-liter MOLLE compatible backpack. So the way that Crossfire describes it on their website is that it's a true 3-day pack. And I'll state up front, I think they're spot on right with that. Most packs that you see out there that say they're a 3-day pack, in real world practical use, at best are overnight bags, right? At best. Very few are a true 3-day pack, and most people don't truly comprehend the stuff that you'll need to carry for 3 full days out and about doing what you got to do. Unless you're just spending a night at a hotel. But we ain't talking about spending a night at a hotel here. So they say this is a true 3-day pack, and I agree. At 55 liters, it's big enough that you can fit enough stuff in it to sustain yourself for that long and do what you got to do. It is an external frame pack. It uses their external frame, okay, which is a really nice, strong frame. If you're familiar with the MOLLE rucks and the way the MOLLE rucks attach to MOLLE frames, this is very similar in that they've got tabs that tuck in through the frame and then through loops on the pack. The difference being, instead of using the little metal clips that the MOLLE packs use, they just actually use sewn webbing tabs, which, if you know me and you know what I do for a living, you should know I'm a big fan of that. Speaking of that, as somebody who sews for a living, I can tell you straight up front, just in the short time that I've had this and have been going over it and looking at it and playing with it, the construction and stitching is top notch. I absolutely am a fan of the way it is assembled. The stitching it's there. And again, you guys know that's what I do for a living, so take that for whatever it's worth. The material is like a 500D Cordura, but it's something you don't see very often, at least not in American stuff, and Crossfire's out of Australia, if I failed to mention that. But it's like a nylon, but it's a ripstop Cordura type nylon. So I like that. I like that a lot. The material, it tweaks me, and I'm not usually a big fan of 500D, especially on packs. Yeah, 1000D is a little heavier, but I like the durability, and I know it's arguable about the durability difference between 500 and 1000. Everybody's got their preference, you know, tomato. I like 1000D. But this 500D material, I think, is going to hold up really well, and I'm a fan of it. What else can I tell you about it real quick? I'm trying to think. This one's in Ranger Green. in case you can't tell. It comes in multicam and Coyote. So let me switch things around here real quick and see if I can set this up, and I'll kind of dive into some of the features and specs and show you some more detail of the bag itself, the shoulder harness, the suspension, and all that good stuff. Alright, so as I said, you've got a 55-liter external frame ruck basically. So I'll start off back here with the shoulder harness and show you you've got a really good padded shoulder harness. It is thick enough to be comfortable with some weight, but it's not so thick as to be just like completely unusable when you've got other gear and stuff on, and then you've got 10 inches worth of thickness stacked up on your shoulders. It is adjustable. There are 3 different height positions that you can adjust it up and down to. So essentially what you can do is run it like a short back or a long back ruck, or somewhere in the middle, depending on your torso size and also depending on your preference and what you're trying to do. If you're not familiar with that, go look up what the Brits do with their system. They've got long back rucks and short back rucks. Long back ruck basically sets so that the waist belt and everything is actually around your hips and waist. A short back is where it rides up higher above any kit that you've got on your belt, because they use a lot of belt rigs for their fighting gear. Everything's lower down. They use less chest rigs like we do in America. So depending on which setup you're running, you can alter that around to however you need it to go. Really good setup here. You've got load lifter straps up top. All the straps have got Velcro keepers, and it's really good Velcro. You've got Velcro keepers on there. You've got some ollie loops up here for equipment attachment. You've got your sternum strap right here. The sternum strap is adjustable and goes up and down. What's nice about that is it's Velcroed in here, and you raise it up and down, and then when you get it to the desired height that you want it at, you push the Velcro back down, and the Velcro holds it in place so it's not sliding up and down. Pretty cool feature. Of course, you've got your lower adjustments for your lower straps to pull. Really cool quick release system. This is something I think is personally very important on a pack that you might use in a fighting situation. You've got to be able to get out of the pack in a hurry if you need to. And all you do with this, you don't even have to do that really. That little Velcro covers there. You can do it without that. But just so you can see it, there's a clip right there, and you got a big caveman tab right here. You grab this tab and you just pull, and the whole thing comes off. So you can ditch this ruck in a hurry if you need to, and that is a good thing. And to put it back together, you just push that back through like that, put that back, and you're locked in and good. So simple system there. I really like that. Down at the bottom here, you have got your 2 short wing pads and then 2 kidney pads. These come off really easily. These have 3 different height settings that you can adjust them on the frame as to where you want them at. Pretty cool system. If you want to see the details on how to adjust the shoulder harness and all that, Crossfire's already got some good videos up on their website showing you that. So no need for me to really rehash it here for you. But suffice to say, these do come off, so if you want to run it without the waist strap, you can. Really simple, easy adjustments on the waist strap. And then they just tab in on these, so you can leave the kidney pads on, take the wing pads off, and then adjust the kidney pads wherever you need them. Really good system in my book. Moving up top here, you have got a carry handle. Then you've got full length zipper right here that goes from either side, from that side or from the other side. And what that's for is so that you can access your hydration bladder that you put in there, and then you can run the tube out either side depending on where you want it oriented to, and then that cover just goes back down like that. Up top here on the lid, You have got a top zipper pouch right here that's pretty roomy. Then you've got another zipper right here that goes into a big mesh pouch on the inside. That same mesh pouch is also accessible from the inside of the pack as well. And then up top right here, you've got a fleece-lined pouch for, things that you don't want to get scratched up, like glasses or goggles or something like that. On the sides right here, let me see if I can get this in the camera for you. So you've got MOLLE webbing on the sides. Behind the MOLLE panels, there is a pass-through that goes completely through and behind the panels and all the way out the bottom of the pack. You could strap really long things in there if you need to. You can stick out the top or the bottom, no problem. However, there's also a pocket right here secondarily with drainage that is lined in the bottom with like an abrasion resistant type material that you could run something behind this panel and then into the pocket if you didn't want it falling out the bottom. That is a very cool feature for things that you might want to have on the side of your pack and it not interfere with the MOLLE webbing. You could still have pouches on the MOLLE and put stuff behind it. That is very, very cool feature. You've got some MOLLE webbing on the bottom, so if you want to strap anything to the bottom you can. And then same setup over here on this side. Moving up to the top to the lid right here. And I'm trying to make sure I've got that. Y'all can see it. There you go. You have got a Velcro strip across there. You can put, IR patches, cat eyes if you're from the old school, whatever. There's also a covered reflective patch right there. I think that's a nice little feature to have. You've got two big compression straps that run all the way around the pack and compress in the middle. And then you've got your two takedown straps. I love that there's little keepers right here for those straps so they're not just flopping around everywhere and then you spend 5 minutes trying to find it to hook it back in. It's little things like that, attention to detail, that can make a really big difference, right? So opening the pack up, on the inside of the lid, this is that mesh pouch I was showing you that you can access from the outside of the pack as well. Now on the inside, well, before we get to the inside, let's do this. It is a top-loading pack, as you can see. However, you also have the capability, if you pop those two buckles, well, three really, you can unzip it all the way down and layer out. So getting the stuff in the bottom is really easy. You don't necessarily have to unpack everything to make that happen. Inside each wing, you've got a couple of organizational pockets on each side. And then also on each side, you've got a mesh pouch right here that Velcros in and attaches in via the same little tabs that you can remove if you don't want that extra organization. There's two of those, one on each side. Then in here, you have, can y'all see that? There you go. You have got a large bag and tab for a hydration bladder. Then you have a second bag and tab for a hydration bladder. These are both removable, by the way. Then you've got this large bag right here that is removable, that is a radio pouch. If you don't want to use that, you can take that out and get rid of it, doesn't matter. There is one strap inside here if you need to compress stuff down. All these are removable and you can take out. The other attachment piece that this will come with is this little number right here, and this is basically a helmet hut. This will attach on the outside of the pack via these attachment points down here and then up top, so that you can put a helmet on the back of your ruck if you need to and keep it secure and out of the way and not bouncing around. So if that is applicable to you, there you go, you've got that option. And again, the compression straps are really nice. I know a lot of guys will worry about it being a center zip pack and stress being on that zipper when you get it loaded, but These compression straps and buckles pretty much eliminate that concern. You can take all the stress off the zipper and just have it on the webbing and the buckles. It makes it easier to get in and out of stuff though. The only other feature to show you would be up top right here. For these side wings, you do have some shock cord and cord lock. You can cinch this down tighter if you need to. And other than that, that is basically the pack, guys. It's simple and functional. All right, guys, there you go. That's kind of the down and dirty of just the basic details of this pack. Again, it's the DG3 from Crossfire. Now, they've got a number of other packs as well. They've got one smaller than this and two that step up even larger than this. There's another video coming. Once I get some more time with this and get more time to load it up and put a few miles under it, I'll do a follow-up video and kind of give you my thoughts on how it's actually working, how it feels, and also my thoughts on applicable uses and applications and stuff of a pack like this. One thing I did want to make note of, I forgot to mention earlier, even for a pack this size, one of the things that I really like about an external frame pack is you still retain the ability, if you needed to, you could conceivably lash other things on the outside of this pack to the frame itself. With an internal frame pack, you can't do that. You're simply limited by whatever attachment points are on the pack itself. Secondarily, an external frame pack gives you a little bit of standoff between your actual back and the body of the pack itself. And I'm telling you, if you've ever walked very long, very far with a heavy pack on, you'll know why that's important. But in case you don't, every bit of extra amount of airflow you can get between your back and the pack itself is a godsend and beneficial. You want that airflow. It keeps your back from sweating to death and helps keep you from overheating as easily. It's just one less area that's just completely trapping heat up against your body. So it's something to think about and consider. Again, as I said, you can adjust this shoulder harness and everything a couple different ways. There's some really good video on Crossfire's website. You can go check that out. They can show you probably in better detail, or have shown you in better detail than what I could on how to adjust it. It's really, really simple, I'll tell you that. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Other point of note is, these packs aren't cheap, okay? This one right here, I think, if I remember looking at the website, this one starts at around $350. However, packs are one of those things that I've found that usually, not always, but usually you get what you pay for when it comes to the cost of a pack. Not always in quality, but more so in capability and functionality, if that makes sense. Maybe a better word is versatility, right? There are lower cost packs that are good quality but won't offer the same amount of versatility as, say, something like this. I will also tell you this too, again, going back as somebody who sews for a living. This is one of the reasons why I don't make backpacks. Now, I'm branching over into my personal business side here for a minute, so y'all bear with me. But I've had customers ask me this. When I'm making my chest rigs and all that, why don't you ever make a pack? Well, this is one reason why. For me to make a pack like this, with the features this one's got, the quality this one's got, I would have to charge significantly more money than what Crossfire is charging, just for my time. The amount of time it would take for me to sew it as a one-man operation will be very prohibitive in the cost area, which is why I don't do it, because nobody would want to buy it because it costs too much. And I fully admit, I couldn't afford to pay myself to make myself a pack. Does that make sense? So again, I know this isn't an El Cheapo pack, but I don't want you to get sticker shock when you see it, because honestly, for what you're getting, I think that it's worth it, because it's more than just the physical materials. It's the design, it's the features, it's the versatility, and it's the man hours to construct each one of them, right? One other point of note, and I just noticed this while I was sitting here talking to you guys and rambling on, the center zip right here has got a really cool feature that I had failed to even pay attention and notice. The zipper, I'm going to try to get this in here. If you can see, maybe I can undo that buckle. I need more coffee. The zipper has got these flaps that just ever so slightly cover that zipper up. That might not seem like a lot, but that will go a long way in helping that zipper to shed rainwater, dirt, muck, sand, whatever. That'll help keep your zipper from getting clogged up. Little things like that, there's attention to details, tells me that this is from somebody that has used packs before and has probably used them professionally and knows a little bit about what they're talking about. So, I've probably rambled on long enough. Again, this is just kind of the intro video. I wanted to show you guys this. Again, follow-up video will be coming. I don't know how soon I'll get to it. I've got to find time to load it up and get out with it. And y'all know that time is one thing I am short on right now. But I'm going to make time somehow. We're going to load this puppy up and get out with it, because I personally have got to get some time with this thing, because I can see it becoming a go-to staple in my preparedness loadout, replacing some other packs that I've been using. As much as I like them, this one is quickly jumping up to the top of my go-to list. The proof will be in the pudding once I actually get it loaded up with some weight, get it on the shoulders and the back, and see how she does once we get out to moving with it. So, again, huge thanks to Crossfire for sending me this and letting me do the video on it. I truly appreciate it. Sometimes it's harder for smaller channels like this, like mine, to do stuff like this for you guys. The bigger channels have got more exposure. It only makes sense for them to have bigger channels show stuff. But I think you guys will like this. Again, I know it's not for everybody budget-wise, but if it's in your budget at all, I highly encourage you to check it out. Again, unless something goes catastrophically wrong with me using this, I'm probably going to be looking at, on my own, picking up a couple of their other packs. I'm definitely interested in the next pack down from this and the next one up from this. Last thing, my buddy Brent 033 Run, he's got a video up on their big top pack, their Mark 7. That's the big granddaddy mobile home. He's got a video up on that. Go over to his channel and check that out. Brent 0331. Brent's a good buddy of mine, does great work, and he has actually already used that pack in a training class, and from what he's reported and told me, he's freaking loving it. It's holding up great and is out freaking standing ruck. So, as always, guys, take care, stay safe. I'll put a link to their website down in the description box. Y'all check it out. Stay tuned for the next one. Keep preparing, getting ready. I'll see you later.